Hello, welcome back. I am Helen Claire and this is a quick post-run yoga stretch sequence that I really like to do straight after my run outside, but perhaps when I don't want to put my hands or knees on the ground. So it's all standing. You don't need anything. So let's get started. So standing tall, reach your arms, cross your wrists over, cross your ankles over, and press both feet down and reach over to one side. So it doesn't matter too much which way you go. I like to go the opposite way to my feet. Lengthen your tailbone slightly. Just breathing through the sides. Come back to the center, switch the cross of your wrists, other foot goes over and stretch away, but keep pressing your feet down. Lengthen your tailbone. Okay, so just around 3 or 4 long breaths. Okay, come back to the center, hands to your thighs. Come part way down, and either just stay there and rock a little bit side to side. If it does feel good, just now drop your chest on or towards your thighs, hold your elbows, and again sway side to side. So it's really important to release not just the backs of the legs after a run, but also the spine. Can accumulate quite a lot of tension and pressure in there. Roll forwards and backwards slightly, and you might begin to gently lift the tailbone, the sacrum up a little bit higher, but not forcefully stretching. So thinking about lifting the hips more than thinking about straightening your legs. So, either all the way down here or halfway up. 5 to 10 long breaths. Good. Let's come up. Let's take the feet a little bit wider. Like a really wide, high squat. Walking one way then the other. You can keep your hands resting there on your thighs. Coming back up to stand. So if you have a buddy or a wall or something to lean against, use it. Take one foot back behind you. Keep the knees close together. And lengthen your tailbone down. Yes, we want to avoid this. I want to avoid this. So stay in the center as much as you can. Belly needs to draw in slightly. Keep standing tall. So your pelvis should stay level here. And see if you can keep the knee going straight down towards the ground and the tailbone lengthening as well. So again, maybe 5 long breaths up to 10. Okay, and release this foot. We're going to step back though, and allow those toes to turn out slightly to the side. So bring your hands onto your hips. So hips are square forwards. Begin to come part way forwards. Don't knock out the back of this front knee here. So you want to keep at least a bit of a bend in that, but hug your front hip back. Interlace your fingers behind your back, if you like, or keep them on your hips. But if this feels good, we can lift the arms away from the back. And you can either stay part way up here, focus on what you can feel through the front leg, probably hamstrings there, the back leg, perhaps into the calf. If you'd like to come a bit further, come a bit further. Sometimes it feels nice just to come a little bit further down still. It's useful to count your breaths, so count 5 out breaths. Step back up and we'll switch sides. So staying really tall here, keeping the knees close. The knee that's in the air pointing down, belly drawing in. And rather than focusing too much on your balancing, use something, if you have something around to, or someone to help you balance. Good, and then we're going to step this foot back. Now, you still have to keep your hands on your hips. At least for the first part as you begin to drop your chest. So we're not rounding here, we want to stay long. So we're actually having to use our core stability here, but you might find a really nice stretching, lengthening sensation around the outside of this front hip, on the back of the leg, the hamstrings there. Either keep the hands where they are or interlace. Notice what you can feel. Smooth breaths. Only going as far as feels good. So it shouldn't be anything excruciating or too uncomfortable. It should be a nice stretching out sensation, re-lengthening feeling. Last couple of breaths. And all the way up. Bring your feet next to one another, and then just to finish, we'll reach the arms up, interlace your fingers, push your palms upwards, a little bit over to one side, and over to the other. Back to the center and release. Great, so even just doing those few little simple postures will make a big difference to how you feel later or the day after your run. If you do have time, do an extra recovery session when you get home. Thank you, I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed that class, then please like, please subscribe, and please check out some of my interesting links just below. See you soon. Namaste.